You're watching the on-demand reports video series. This video is on the Descubriendo la Lectura Teacher Data Comparison Sheet. The DLL Teacher Data Comparison Sheet reports data about the teachers in your site, and specifically, those teachers who served DLL students. The report computes a set of statistics for each of your DLL teachers. It also computes a set of statistics for using your site's data, and that's specifically using your site's DLL data, and it computes the same set of statistics using our national DLL. Let's take a look. So here is an example of our DLL teacher data comparison sheet. You'll notice at the top of each page you'll see the teacher's name. There is one page for each teacher, and you can simply move to another teacher by coming up here and clicking on the arrow buttons to move back and forth between teachers. Teachers are listed in alphabetical order. You can see in this example we're showing teacher 2 of 3 teachers, DLL teachers, in this site. So I'm going to, just as an example, move to the next DLL teacher. So there we go. Now I'm going to move back. For each teacher, like I said, the report computes a set of statistics. So if we look in this column here along the left, you'll notice that the first thing it computes is a discontinuing rate for full program students for the previous school year. So it computes the discontinuing rate for students who were either recommended or discontinued. The next statistic it computes is a discontinuing rate for all students. Then it looks at the student growth for discontinued students and compares it to the average first grader and reports in years how many years that student grew compared to the average first grader. And then it computes a similar statistic, but it looks at recommended students. So how many years did your recommended students grow compared to the average first grader? Then the report comes and computes a 5-year discontinuing rate for the teacher, just looking at their full program students over 5 years. The next line, it computes a 5-year discontinuing rate just using all of the students for that teacher over a 5-year period. The report then shows the percentage of children were recommended after 20 weeks of service. Then it calculates the number of children who had an incomplete program at the end of the school year and displays that as a percentage. Next, it looks at the average number of weeks for teachers to discontinue their first round students. Then we come down here and the report calculates how many students were none of above, those students who were removed from the reading recovery program. And then finally, our last 4 statistics are about lessons missed. The first item that it computes is the number of lessons missed by the child because the child was absent. The next is the number of lessons missed because the child was unavailable. The next one is the number of lessons missed because the teacher was absent, and then finally it computes the number of lessons missed because the teacher was unavailable. So I'm going to flip over here. So now we're going to go look at the actual results. So in this example, we see that we have our 3 columns of different results for our statistics that the report has computed. This first column here, the personal average column, are the results for the teacher that is being shown at the top of your report here. So these are the teacher's results using the teacher's data that we have in our data system. The next column is your site average. So using your DLL data from your site, we compute the same statistics right here, but we compute them at your site level. So this way you can compare the teacher to the site, or the teacher can compare herself. And then finally, we have in this last column the national average. These are the national averages for DLL data. So you can, once again, the teacher, or you can compare the teacher's performance with our national data. At the bottom of the report, you'll notice some space where you can have teachers write in some district goals or personal goals for themselves. Now, this only works for writing in if you print off a copy of this report, and that's easy enough. You just come up here and you can click on the print link. This will briefly open up a second tab and then download a copy of this report as a PDF file. Now this PDF file will contain 1 page for each of your teachers. So all you have to do is open this up and print this out. So here are some possible uses for this report. You can use it for your first continuing contact session of the year with your teachers. It's a great way to go over and see how we did last year and think about what changes you would like to see, or have what teachers think they need to change, and set goals for the current school year. You can also use it with meetings with school administrators. So if an administrator wants to know how a particular teacher is doing, you can simply bring along a copy of the teacher data comparison sheet with you. But please do not use in a public forum. This does contain teachers' names. It would not be appropriate to do at a public board meeting or something of similar in nature. Thank you once again for watching our on-demand report video series. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel to all of our videos, especially our I Love Data Fridays.